future. So let's start with the tape. Like I said, inexpensive, cheap masking tape, not the expensive blue or green stuff that costs you upwards of $7 to $8 a roll. Yeah, that much. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I've painted the entire room except for this particular corner. So I want to show you the crown molding, how to do both the top, the bottom, the baseboards, and then we're going to go on the quarter round down to the floor. So yes, we are actually going to paint onto your hardwood floors. What I'm doing is when I'm pulling tape is I'm looking for these corners here. So if I got a corner like that or a corner like that, that's a corner. That's a corner. So I'm going to have to butt those up or make those meet. So since that's at that angle and that's out farther, I'm going to go right here and come out. So all I got to do is really tear a little piece. And then I'm going to stick it right here, where that point is down at the lower level, up onto my white trim. Boom. Boom. Following that old line. Okay, make sure that the tape sticks well because you will be rubbing back across that. And a lot of times when I tear the tape, I know that I'm going to have a point here. So I'll tear in that format where it'll create me a point just like that. Saves time. Time saves money. So then I'm going to make that point meet right there. Sometimes you might have to go over it again and tear another little piece of tape off. But that's okay. And then we'll just finish that off. I want to go past where I painted my green. So we'll put that right there and follow the line. So we're good. And see how I'm not quite meeting right here? It's because my points didn't turn out as good as I wanted them to, but it's a simple fix. Just go like that. I created my own point. So now, whenever I paint this, it's going to leave a perfect line. Even though the line might not be going exactly perfect or the way that it should be, but to the common eye, nobody's going to be able to notice. So now let's do the top piece. I've got an angle cut right there. So I'll pull my tape. Take my point up into that corner so everybody can see that. Follow the line. And as you can see how, when I was telling you earlier, how just to paint outside the lines, it's okay because we're going to cover it up with this tea stain color anyway. Now there was somebody was asking me that I didn't think about mentioning it to you is sheen preference. See how that'll just trim that off right nice and perfect. I personally use satin on everything. The reason is because I have so many houses. So my suggestion to you is if you are getting into this business, pick a sheen and go with it. Satin is mine. There's semi-gloss, there's eggshell, there's flat, there's high gloss. Satin seems to be the easiest to paint. It's easiest to wipe off. And I don't care if I'm buying exterior spray paint in a can or acrylic, it's going to be a satin finish. That way I'm just not doing semi-gloss on one thing. This particular house, I found out that I painted semi-gloss on the cabinets, which upsets me because if I touch up with the same color in a satin, it's not going to look right. So I have to go back and buy more satin. That's the way I paint all my houses predominantly the same color on the insides. And that way I'm not having to always constantly buy paint. So as you can see, this here is taped off, ready to go. Just takes a few seconds and we're ready to caulk that and paint it, which is what we're going to do right now.